my husband passed away in 2017 after having lived with younger onset Alzheimer's disease for 12 and a half years. Thank you. My mother has Alzheimer's, and my sister was diagnosed with Alzheimer's last summer. By 2050, it's anticipated 14 million Americans will be living with Alzheimer's or related dementia at a projected cost of $1.1 trillion. So how will you deal with that public health crisis and the strain that it is and will continue to put on our federal and state budgets?
Well, first of all, thank you for speaking out about that issue. I'm so sorry that it's touched your family in so many ways. Someone I care about back home is going through this right now. And it's a cruel disease, exceptionally cruel. And so we need to support people who are dealing with that or whose loved ones are dealing with that. The cost that you mentioned is enormous. Someone today, actually, who I encountered this morning, said that there was something like a $290 billion annual cost even now, if I heard him right. And that would suggest that we should be investing at a much higher level in order to deal with these things. You know, when something is a national priority, I'm told, for example, the moon landing project, that in today's dollars would amount to something like $10 billion a year. I don't know what the exact right amount is for R&D, but I'm pretty sure it ought to be more than we're doing right now. There's a reason why the National Institutes for Health and the CDC exist. There are some things that the market just doesn't take care of on its own. And we hope that the pharmaceutical industry can come up with solutions too, but we can't just let the corporate world handle it all, not when it's that important. And we also need to make sure that long-term care and memory care are better understood through our system, because as you likely have experienced, memory care is so demanding. It's more than anything that any other form of kind of in-home nursing care or traditional nursing home care can really accommodate. And my sense is that our current structure for health insurance and the way that healthcare is provided doesn't really recognize that, and certainly doesn't take into account the dimensions of what the statistics you just mentioned about how this issue, until we finally, God willing, find a cure, what it's going to take to accommodate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Brenda, thank you for your question. Another social media question, and this one